Hey guys, how's it going? It's Bill. Now, I mentioned a couple videos ago that there was a certain Call of Duty Zombies game that I felt had been forgotten, and of course, I feel like that's too vague of a statement. There's been 7 Call of Duty Zombies games released since the year 2007, that is a bit of a tongue twister, but only one of those 7 was actually developed by a company other than Treyarch. Of course, that is the gameplay you're seeing on the screen. This is Advanced Warfare Zombies. Bear with me, trust me, I'm not going to waste your time with this. Personally, I think folks were way too tough on Advanced Warfare Zombies as a whole, like when it first came out or even nowadays. It runs into the exact same problem that I described over with Call of Duty Ghosts, and that's just the fact that the whole game was so underwhelming and weak that this special game mode just had too much focus on it. There was too much that the game needed to do because everything else was doing jack shit. And Advanced Warfare Zombies is in no better ever position. Honestly, if you really ask me, the campaign was pretty underwhelming. It was cool, graphics were nice, yada yada, but it was just run of the mill. It wasn't anything crazy. The story wasn't anything good. It seems like they really just put all their budget into Kevin Spacey. And the multiplayer was pretty cool, but it obviously was the start of the supply drop system, and that really was the beginning of the end for Call of Duty because it just was over monetized to hell. It definitely was a pay to win system. There was that weapon variant system. This of course would just change the feel and the environment of Call of Duty multiplayer for like the next 4 or 5 years, and you know, it would send it into a bad situation. We're not going to elaborate on that either. So Advanced Warfare definitely had a lot of weight on the zombies' shoulders, but personally I found it really enjoyable. In order for me to properly tell you the story, I'm gonna have to give you a little rewind, so bear with me, I'll tell you the story like you were there. The year is 2014. Now, for the last 10 years before that, Call of Duty had been in this 1-and-1 cycle where Infinity Ward would make one game and Treyarch would make another game. This resulted in Modern Warfare, then World at War, and Black Ops, then Modern Warfare 2, so on and so forth. I know I got that order wrong, but you get what I'm trying to say. So at first, 2014 was supposed to be a Treyarch projected year, which basically meant that it would be another year with zombies. You know, World at War, Black Ops, and Black Ops 2. Every 2 years, we generally expected a new zombies game and a new installation. So this time around, when 2014 rolls out, we know headed into the year that Treyarch will actually not be developing this year's installation of Call of Duty, and they will be switching to a 3-year cycle. This year's Call of Duty would be handled by Sledgehammer. Now, at the time, Sledgehammer was just kind of like a subsidiary company that had helped with Call of Duty. They had helped develop Modern Warfare 2, and they had really helped in part with developing Modern Warfare 3, and 2014 was their first time getting their keys to the Call of Duty franchise. So with all this being known, I feel like it's really fair to just say that the Call of Duty fans were generally expecting some zombies installation or a zombies game or whatnot in 2014, because that's generally what we had been accustomed to for the last few years, and I mean, we didn't really care if it was a 3-year cycle or not. We wanted our zombies. At around this time, it was definitely fair to say that the Call of Duty Zombies community was its own huge niche in the Call of Duty community itself, and there was just a whole group of people that would solely pick up the game to play zombies. So it was well understood that we were hoping to get a game, and when Sledgehammer was announced to release it, we kind of like pulled back on our hopes. Nobody really expected it to be a zombie game or whatever. There were obviously like the delusional casuals that just hoped for one. But for the most part, in 2014, Call of Duty Zombies was not exactly on our radar. We weren't really hoping for Sledgehammer to do anything with it. When the game had released, it released as is, as you would expect a Call of Duty game: campaign, multiplayer, and an extra mode. The extra mode in this game would go on to be a survival, which kind of made sense. Like I had mentioned, this was Sledgehammer Games developing this game. They had also helped with Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2, and both of those were known to have a special ops mode with a survival mode. So it really seemed to be pretty normal. At least it did until you play fully through the survival mode. Now in Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2, if you finish the majority, or not the majority, but the entirety of the survival mode or spec ops modes, you will be greeted with an achievement at best. In Advanced Warfare, after beating all the maps or completing what is known as a flip and unlocking the final map known as Prison Break, there becomes a point in the survival mode where like some gas comes over and the atmosphere changes, and out of nowhere you realize that these aren't regular humans anymore that are shooting at you, these are zombies chasing you, and the mission changes from a survival mission to an exfil. Now, I would show you this cool cutscene, but I got copyrighted when I uploaded it back in 2015. I'm not even kidding. Check my channel. I've been talking about Advanced Warfare for the last 7 years. So yeah, they're kind of strict about their cutscenes. I would show you guys, but feel free to Google it after you're done with this video, or right now. I won't be mad at you. So what do you know? You finish this survival mode and out of nowhere here comes some zombies. You get exfilled, you get this special little cutscene like what I described to you, and then out of nowhere you get sent back to the main menu. You get yourself a little achievement and you're on your merry little way. Now at first it really just seemed like a little Easter egg or maybe like whatever, like it was just some fan service or this and that. Nothing too crazy. We didn't expect it to be anything substantial. At least until November 26th. This is when the UK YouTube channel for Call of Duty uploads the same clip that I described to you. But there's an interesting thing to this upload. It isn't just a clip from a random YouTuber saying Easter egg clip or this and that. The title says Exo Zombies trailer. And of course, the community is reasonably excited, even if they aren't too excited for Zombies itself, because it's a pretty cool trailer, it's something new and interesting, and of course people are going to be interested in seeing something that's a good attempt at something different. So there we are. We all know that we're getting Zombies as some kind of DLC. We don't know exactly when the first DLC drops. We know Call of Duty has that for DLC format, and we're just waiting for it. Now let's skip ahead, because it really came and it went. I mean, you know, the Zombies map came out with every installation of the Season Pass, or you know, the DLCs or whatever. But at this point, the Call of Duty Zombies community and just the Call of Duty community just wasn't as strong as it used to be. You know, the fact that these supply drops and this exosystem and this push for futurism had been made was already pulling away a lot of fans and making them not interested in the game. So even with something this cool or this interesting or, you know, this much of a big dive into something different, the fans were already starting to be apathetic. You know, we were already starting to not care. They already felt like they weren't being listened to, and with that, it didn't matter what Call of Duty did or didn't do, because they were already just not going to listen and disregard us in one way or another, and the fans were becoming apathetic to them. Personally, I don't think they're that wrong. You know, Call of Duty had sat there and not listened to us for a long time, and you know, it's what are we going to do? We're not going to sit there and beg a company to listen to us. It's a company, they don't care about us. So I'm glad that people just decided to not care anymore. But personally, I have no problem with enjoying the good parts of it. I mean, after all, you know, you can walk into the store and get it for $10 now instead of $60, so it's not like it's that much of a ripoff. You know, you go to the store and buy it now and have your fun with just the part that you want, and at least you're getting your money's worth. You're getting to have some fun. It's not like you're taking an L anymore like you would have 8 years ago. And with that being said, I definitely implore you all to play Exo Zombies. I know you've been watching the gameplay as I talk, and it's just a weird, interesting twist on zombies. You can sit there and jump around. The zombies can jump around with you. It's just a different twist on the zombies, you know? You can go back and play Black Ops 1, 2, and World at War if you want that traditional feel. But considering that all the perks and like the pack-a-punch system is like a little different but not too different, considering that the whole formula isn't too much of a change on it besides the jumping and of course like the specialist zombies, but besides a few things here and there, it generally was similar enough to the formula with just a small enough twist that you really could plug it in and out of the different formulas and just, you know, have your different kind of fun with it. You know, you play Black Ops 2 because you want to have more wonder weapons. You play World at War because you want that scarier feeling, don't you? You know, all these zombies games have their own little niche. Hell, even on some zombies maps, there's individual niches. You know, Origins has a different feeling to it than Buried does, and Moon has a different feeling to it than Shangri-La does. All these maps try to give you a different environment. So what I do really want to say is that Advanced Warfare definitely succeeds in creating its environment. The Outbreak map has these black boxes, you see a crashed plane, you sit there and you have the exosuit, and it kind of makes sense in the context. You're like, oh, okay, cool, I'm an excavation team or whatever, you know, I'm an exfil team, I'm like a soldier or whatever. I'm already pulling up ready. I'm not just a regular survivor like the original 4 or like the 4 from Black Ops 2. And when you sit there and start to look at it from that lens and you try to sit there and always put yourself in the position of every zombies game or every game you play as a whole, you'll really sit there and start to enjoy them differently. Because I get it, I know video games like have the responsibility on themselves to make you suspend your disbelief, but it definitely wouldn't hurt to at least try to appreciate it the way they wanted it to, as well as they want to try to create a product for you to appreciate. And the reason why I'm saying this now is solely because it's a $10 price tag. I would never say this when the game is brand new. I would never encourage people to waste money on a game that's like a half product. But for the $5 to $15 price tag, definitely a steal. I mean, if Zombies is 1/3 of the game and $15 to $20 is 1/3 of the price, I say that's a reasonable value. I would pay $15 to $20 for a game that I only enjoy 1/3 of. That totally makes sense to me. And with that being said, I hope it makes sense to you. This has been Bill. Let me know, what's the weirdest game that you liked that you felt like a lot of people didn't enjoy and it left you feeling like the odd man out? For me, it really is this game. As a matter of fact, I know I just ripped into it a little bit, but I actually enjoyed the multiplayer. I didn't really mind the campaign. I didn't even mind the survival. Advanced Warfare wasn't that bad. Like, I kind of liked it. I know games aren't supposed to just be decent or average or okay, they're supposed to be fun, enjoyable, good, blah blah blah. But I had a lot of fun. What did you think? This has been Bill. I appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you for watching always.